What's good, guys? Frankie Forsyth back here with another one, and this one is going to be on the New World Order. And if you've been watching my channel for a while now, or you have knowledge in this area to begin with, you'll know what's going on as far as the information I give or the information you have received. To a point, you probably understand what's going on with the government, with the media, with all these rich and famous people, celebrities, whatever you want to call it. At the end of the day, these people are all working together. And they want all of the U.S., I shouldn't say U.S., the entire world to fall underneath their thumb and bow down as if they are gods walking amongst us. This is what they want. They want full control over us. I made a video on that and what kind of tactics they use to gain control over us. But this video isn't about their tactics. This video is going to be intended for a specific set of people. Let me ask you guys a question. Do you guys consider yourselves hard or soft as an individual? Do you guys consider yourself a badass or a nobody? Do you guys consider yourself strong or weak? This is a message to all of the strong men and possibly strong women out there. This is a message to everybody who's had a grudge against the government or a grudge against law enforcement that they never really understood. This is a message to everybody that has gone against the grain. A message to everyone that was a black sheep that never fit in, whether it was in school, in the law enforcement system, in society. This is a message to all the criminals, all of the conspiracy theorists that know what's going on in the government. This is a message to all police officers who may or may not know what's going on, but who act for justice. Sometimes a lot of them are in the loop on the bad side of things. They're being controlled by the government. But this is a message to everybody who still has autonomy, who still has free will. This is a message to everybody who can still think for themselves and can still think enough to know what's going on and how fucking sick the plans of this new agenda, this new normal, this new fucking world order, how sick these plans are. This is a message to everybody who knows. It's time to stand up. It's time to stand up for something good, for something righteous, for something worth dying for, worth living for. For all the criminals and felons, gangbangers, mafia. You always knew you didn't like having somebody in control of you. You always knew that you wanted your freedom, but they locked you up in jail or whatever it may have been. Maybe it wasn't even for a righteous thing you've done. Maybe it was genuinely for something bad. Maybe you killed somebody or something like this. This is the time to stand up. This is the time to fight against these plans that they have for us. This is a time to redeem yourself for good. This is the time for God to forgive you. The ultimate forgiveness. Because the only way you can forgive yourself is by making the world a better place. Because the world that we're living in right now is becoming hell on earth, honestly. And it's time we take our freedom back. It's time we fight back against these fucking subhumans. That's what they are. They like to believe that they're above humans. But the one thing that they are scared of, the one thing that they will never expect, the one thing that they don't see coming is a sufficient number of us people who are worth fucking, who are willing to die for this shit, to die for your freedom, to die for a better world for your children and families, to die for a fucking better civilization as a whole, to die for good, to die for the light. Would you rather die for light or live in darkness? Would you rather die on your feet or live on your knees? This is a message to all of the people who will die for a reason, who will die for a cause. This is the time. We can't wait too much longer. Because this is the one thing that they don't see coming. Enough of us coming together to actually hunt them down and do what needs to be done. You know what needs to be done. I don't even need to say it. We all know what needs to be done. I shouldn't even have to say this here on this channel, and I'm not going to say it because it's going to get me flagged or something. But we all know what needs to be done. We need to put this to an end. A quote by, I believe it was Aristotle or Socrates, or possibly a Stoic philosopher, maybe Marcus Aurelius or something along those lines. An ancient Greek or Roman philosopher, he said, "You can also commit injustice by doing nothing." And this is precisely what he meant. This is precisely the times that he was speaking of, where there are so many people committing such injustices in your government, your law enforcement system, your backyard, basically. There's monsters in our backyard. And they need to be dealt with accordingly. And by accordingly, if you know, you know. But if you guys are serious about this, as I am, leave a comment down in the comments, like the video, subscribe, and I hope we can stick together and maybe do something out of this, because like I said, we can't wait too much longer. It's only getting worse day by day. Let me be the beacon. Let me be the beacon of light for you guys. I'm willing to go against the grain for this shit, for a better world. I want the world to be a better place again. I don't want this shit anymore, man. I don't want this fucking shit anymore. And I know a lot of you feel the same way. The world is just getting worse and worse. I know a lot of young men, the suicide rates in young men. There was a time that I wanted to kill myself. But the suicide rates in young men are increasing. And you have to understand that I know this world is a sick place, but your life has meaning if you give it meaning. And I don't mean just chasing a dream or chasing money or any of this. You need to chase what your spirit tells you, and in these times, you know what it's telling you. That we need to defeat these fucking dark forces within the world. We need to fucking defeat them. We will win. The light will always win. But to win, we must come together. We are weak as individuals, but together our strength is unmatched. Because they may have a lot of the world under this brainwash manipulation, but there are enough of us. There are enough of us that know the truth, or are open-minded enough to be awakened to the truth, to really fight back and really put up a fight for good. Because at this point, it is simply good versus evil. There's no in between. You're on one side or the other. Because if you're not on either side, you might as well just be on the evil side, right? At this point, it's like if you're standing there and you're watching a man just kill innocent people, are you gonna stand there and watch? Are you just gonna be a bystander? And this is what is happening right now. The bystander effect. There are so many of us bystanding, waiting for somebody else to make a move, or waiting for the true leader. Let me be the true leader. I am a true leader at heart. We can't continue this bystander bullshit like it's fucking high school, like we're watching some kid get picked on and we're all standing around watching. It's time to fucking stand up for what's right. It's time to stand up for what's good. It's time to fucking shine the light upon the world once again and bring everything back together. Bring everything back together in harmony as it once was. And if that means I give my life up for it, so be it. So be it. Much better than killing myself, right? Much better than all of you killing yourselves, right? All of the suicidal young men out there who might be going through it right now. I know what you're feeling, man. I know. And I've been through it. And I came out. I came out of the darkness. But that fire in you that you want to die, it's because you want to die for a greater cause, man. And if you know what's going on in the world right now, then you know what you need to die for. And if you don't know what's going on in the world right now, stick around in my channel and you'll definitely find out a few things, and I can point you in the right direction. But let's stick together, guys. Let's figure out some kind of plan or something. We need to talk. We need to plan. We need to act is what we need to do. This will be the first video I make on this, but just know, for all the young men out there that feel like they're not worth anything or they've made too many mistakes in life, There is a chance to redeem yourself now. These are incredible times we're living in. This is the ultimate chance to redeem yourself, to fight for the light, to be the knight in shining armor that you've always wanted to be. You have that warrior spirit in you. It's time to come alive. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.